Hello and welcome to Women's Biz Global. I am your host, Annie Gibbins, and I have an amazing guest today. Her name is Linda Fisk. Welcome to the show, Linda.
Oh, I am so excited to be here with you, Annie. Thank you so much for the invitation.
It is such a delight to have you on my show. And those of you who don't know Linda, like seriously, she is amazing. I love her. She's on the other side of the world to me. I'm in Australia. She's in the US. She is the founder and the CEO of LeadHERship Global. It is the most phenomenal organization on the planet for women. Like seriously, amazing. Well, of course, besides Women's Biz Global, but you know. We're going to share the love. Linda has previously been a senior lecturer at University of Oxford and Harvard and amazing things. She's a TEDx speaker. She's an author. She's all things wonderful, women empowerment, and passionate about women being strong, capable, amazing leaders. So we're going to have a fantastic conversation today. I'm really looking forward to it. And we're going to start off by actually sharing about our new exclusive diamond partnership. So we have secured between LeadHERship Global and Women's Biz Global what we call a diamond partnership. And I'd love you to share, Linda. Well, what is this partnership? Why did you think, gee, you know what? We women from across the globe need to team up here. We can actually just explode the opportunities for women globally by actually working together.
Yeah, I love that, Annie. And I will say that I believe that this partnership really symbolizes our joint commitment to empowering women in leadership all over the world. I think that you and I are so united in purpose, in mission, and vision that made a lot of sense to partner together to accelerate the success of women leaders all over the world. Our credo in LeadHERship Global is so well aligned with the vision and mission of Women's Biz Global that I really believe that together we can make a significant impact for women all over the world. We are absolutely dedicated to creating positive impact in the lives of women in leadership and being able to really help them accelerate their success and to create a safe place for dialogue and for collaboration. And so that's why I'm so excited about our partnership. I feel like you and I both are absolutely dedicated to cultivating authentic relationships so that women all over the world can rise together.
That's what it's about, right? Rising together. We don't want solo women being amazing. They are, but we don't want to go, oh, there's one. We want to actually raise the collective. This is what this is all about. And I'm excited because Women's Biz Global are all about helping women elevate their global brand and then making sure that they've got the business behind that actually backs up that they are the one that people want to get to. And therefore we focus a lot on media, brand elevation, making sure that people know who these women are. But you have a different angle, which is why I absolutely love what LeadHERship Global does. And I'd love you to share with our viewers who might not know about LeadHERship Global, what do you do and how is that going to work in perfectly with what Women's Biz Global offers?
I love that, Annie. So you're right. You are an expert at raising the profile of women, expanding their thought leadership, really amplifying their profile all over the world. And we focus on accelerating the success of women to help them grow, scale, and prepare for exit in their businesses. So we make sure that we provide them access, exclusive access to everything from corporate board positions to financing to media opportunities, resources, tools, and connections and networks that really are very focused on helping women accelerate their success, no matter how they define that success. Whether it's they simply want to grow their business, they're at a place where they need to scale that business, or perhaps they're ready to exit their business in the next 5 years. We help ensure that they have access to everything from business experts to strategic advisors to resources and tools to, as I said, board positions or media opportunities, or sometimes strategic buyers that help them be able to not only leave a legacy, but to be able to very efficiently and effectively grow and scale their business and really achieve whatever level of success they're looking for.
Oh, how good is this? Like, seriously, ladies, wherever you are on the planet now, you can just access these incredible services through LeadHERship Global. And I'm quite happy to go, I do. I want to be part of LeadHERship Global, and I want LeadHERship Global people to actually go, you know what? I'm ready to now get on Annie's Women's Biz TV. I want to be in Women's Biz Magazine. I want to actually be in some books. Annie can publish my books. Everyone needs a signature book on the topic of their expertise. And I want all the women in my community to be going, oh my gosh, you can be going to these webinars, these thought leadership opportunities, all of these resources. It is a no-brainer, which brings me to the next question for you. You and I know the value of collaboration. We talk a lot about why we need to be into collaboration rather than competition. But I'd love you to share with the viewers then, well, why are you so passionate about collaboration? What value have you seen that actually makes this a truth? It's not just something that Annie and Linda believe in.
I think you and I absolutely exemplify the incredible power of partnership that's based on mutual respect, that's formed by extending trust. And once you have a fundamental awareness of some of the key relationships in your life, and you start considering possibilities, you start adopting a new approach to problem solving, which involves collaboration with other people, then I will tell you that that kind of pioneering approach to cooperation can redesign not only the relationships in your life, but the possibilities in your life. I really believe that true power is actually more than just collaboration. It's about moving into a relationship that involves co-creation. It's about sharing risk, sharing responsibility, and creating a level of interdependency that's more than just transactional. It's more than just forming a partnership so that you can complete some sort of transaction. It's about focusing on transformation. I think true partnership is about identifying the shared value of each of the partners and then leveraging the combined strengths of each partner to achieve a level of success that neither one could have ever even imagined if they had tried to go it alone.
That is so well articulated. I absolutely love the way you have explained that, because that's it. It's not as if, we'll just partner together and I'll get this benefit and you'll get that benefit. It's not looking for trading. It's not looking for tit for tat. It's actually just going, you know what, let's actually just really support each other in the essence of what we're doing. Like us, we could be seen as competitors and we go, no, we're not. We actually, if there was a fine line, a client would actually decide which way to swing. But the value of the collaboration means that there's just more opportunity. There's more to choose from. And that's a good thing. And I think that's it. While women might think, there's risk there because you want to defend your turf, you have to expose it's calculated risk. But if you believe in yourself, you believe in your product, you believe in the solution that you have for someone's problem, then it will always come out as a benefit to collaborate. And I love the word you use there, relationship. You're actually forming true relationships, which is what we've got. You actually go, no, we're actually friends. We're not just looking at the partnership deal and what percentage return have we got on certain things. It's like, no, we actually just want each other to thrive and we want to offer more value to others. That's not too hard.
We are so united in vision and mission and purpose. And the incredible value that you offer women in leadership is a beautiful addition. It's sort of like a puzzle piece that fits in perfectly with the value proposition that I offer. We have trust forums and masterminds and accelerate webinars, and we have teaching and training and coaching from some of the most well-respected, well-known business experts in the world. We provide consultation and coaching and all kinds of things. And what you do, Annie, is you tap into the brilliance of every single woman and you put it on display. And I got to tell you, I have deep appreciation for the transformative power of partnerships to create a world that is more inclusive, that is more prosperous, that's more sustainable, that's more resilient. And I think that's what you and I do together, is we are united and focused on trying to ensure that women have every advantage, that they have every platform, every stage, every relationship, every network that they need to really accelerate their success. So in our partnership, it's more than just collaboration. It's about moving beyond responsibility for individual projects to a relationship that involves co-creation, involves interdependency, and really transformation, not just in our organizations, but in the lives of the women that we're serving.
So true, so true. So what are the biggest challenges that you see in the community of women that you work with? You know, you've got tens of thousands of people that you go, I know women in business. What are their biggest challenges that they are facing today? And how does then LeadHERship Global help them navigate that?
Well, I will say that there are still social, psychological, political hurdles, subtle and overt forms of discrimination that are still very evident in society today. And, you know, research has shown that diversity really matters because it brings a broad collection of experiences and perspectives and backgrounds and viewpoints that ultimately lead to better decision making. But I think women face extraordinary, both very subtle, very sort of hard to pinpoint areas of discrimination, and then very, very overt forms of discrimination. And so I really believe that it's up to us as other women to pave the way for women to rise, for women to capture opportunities that perhaps they feel like it's just beyond their reach. And so I feel like what I hear all the time is that women have experienced forms of microaggression. They've experienced forms of being dismissed, devalued, ways of being marginalized or sidelined. And I feel like not only is that incredibly crushing as you are trying to rise in your career and you're trying to ensure that you have a rich array of experiences and expertise, but on a personal level too, it can be absolutely debilitating in terms of confidence. And I feel like women really struggle with confidence. And so I really feel like gender diversity has got to be a critical goal for every single organization, whether you're a corporate organization, a nonprofit, or a simple collection of leaders, especially in the kind of really highly complex and risky world that we're all living in right now. I feel like we have got to be sensitive to and champion gender diversity as well as every other form of diversity to ensure that we have not only better financial performance in our companies, but to ensure that we're bringing the best ideas, the best leaders, the best outcomes possible to every single organization that we're a part of, whether it's a community organization, a church organization, whether it's a nonprofit, or whether it's a business that you begin. I really think that we've got to create an environment in which innovative ideas can spring from gender diversity and honestly all forms of diversity.
Oh, so true. We're so passionate about improving gender equality, which is going to come from, appreciating that diversity, appreciating the different challenges people have, but also appreciating what they can bring to the table. You know, we've got incredibly poor statistics on this at the moment. You know, I know in the Fortune 500 companies, I think it's currently around 6% of women are in are CEOs. We've got gender pay gaps in Australia of 13.3%, which means that, you know, women are earning 87 cents to the dollar of what men are. I mean, how are these things still happening? We've just gone through, you've got your Women's History Month, and we've got International Women's Day and things like that. And I've even had we over that yet? I'm like, no. If you've got 6% of key people influencing world decisions, women, no, that is not equality. That is not.
And women still hold less than 15% of senior positions in every single Fortune 500 company, and less than 17% of Fortune 500 corporate board seats. And an even smaller percentage are chairs. Only 5% of corporate chair positions were held by women.
So we have a long way to go, people, and we will be your champions. We will just keep saying it. It's not, when we stop talking about it, when we don't need to talk about it anymore, and the World Economic Forum is projected, we'll be looking at equality in around 135 years or something if we keep doing our best effort. I mean, I think we're going to have to champion this for a while. So we'll get off our high horse on this TV show, but I'm telling you, we got a lot of work to go. We have an amazing viewer question today, which I think is really great. And I'll let you hear from that viewer right now.
Hi, Annie. My question to you today for Women's Biz TV is, do you think that all women can be business leaders?
What a great question. Yes, every woman has the potential to be a leader. A leader is not born, it is cultivated. I believe that leadership is part of every single human being's makeup. It's part of their DNA. It just is absolutely based on your willingness to step into a leadership role and to be able to exemplify what it is to be a leader within your realm of influence. And in my mind, a really effective leader is someone who is willing to lead through heart as well as through their mind. So someone who is willing to lead with their head and with their heart, and they're willing to make a long-lasting impact in the lives of those that they lead, in the lives of those that they are in an organization with. And everyone has the capability of doing that. And I do believe that leadership is a skill that can be cultivated. It's within the realm of everyone around us to be a leader.
So great. Such a great viewer question. Thank you to our viewer, and thank you to Linda for saying that, because I so wholeheartedly agree that every woman is a leader. Every person is a leader. They might not see themselves as a leader. I know for me, it took me about, 20 years of me saying, I want to be a leader one day. I want to be this person. And then until one of my kids looked up at me one day and went, Mum, I think there's no doubt that you're a leader. And I'm like, oh, because I had this view of these amazing people, and here I was in mine, those viewers who don't know my backstory. I had 4 kids in 2 years. I've got 2 sets of twins, 26 months apart. And I was juggling multiple degrees and doing bits and pieces. And I was so, in one way, I'm like, I'm running a household. I'm running little soccer camps. I'm doing all these things. I've got leadership skills, brewing. But I had this view of, but I'm not like super amazing, super whatever this title is, and I think so many of us get intimidated. We look left, we look right, we go, oh my gosh, they're better than me, whatever. And it's our worst downfall to be able to do that, to actually go, we have these elements inside us, actually learning what they are and acknowledging them. And then through organizations like mine and yours, you can then start honing them and go, wow, what leadership style do you want? What is that actually going to look like for you? What other examples do you have from people globally? Oh my goodness, I absolutely love this whole topic. I'd love you to though share, Linda, something that the viewers might not know about you. Here you are running this organization, you've been a university professor, you're doing all these things, and obviously, but we all have things that challenge us, and we all have things that we have to overcome, and it might be something that you're happy to share on our show.
Absolutely. And, this goes back to sort of what it is that you want to create in your life, how you define success, and also how you want to leave a lasting legacy. And I knew from a very young age that I wanted to be a leader, whatever that looked like, that I wanted to have the opportunity to influence others, to really support others, to accelerate their success. I wanted to step into a role where I was able to lift others up. I was able to help them define their vision, grow their leadership and expand their influence so that they could leave a lasting legacy. And again, in my definition of leadership, it's all about helping those around you, those that you work with, those that you have stewardship over, those that you are coaching and training and mentoring. Your role as a leader is to ensure that those in your stewardship are able to step into their brilliance. They're able to raise themselves to the level that they aspire to. And so when I was growing up, although that was my vision, I had a very pronounced speech impediment. I had a very, very pronounced and debilitating stutter. And I stuttered from the time that I began speaking all the way through college. And it was something I really wrestled with, because I thought, how can I create this life where I get to harness the knowledge, the influence and trust of high-performing leaders all over the world, to stimulate idea exchange, to support creativity, to help provide resources and tools to accelerate their success, if I can't even speak, if I can't even hold a conversation with someone else? And so, although I had a vision of what I wanted my life to be, I also had a debilitating speech impediment, a disability that seemed as though it was insurmountable. It seemed as though it was absolutely going to thwart any ideas, any dreams that I had about what I wanted my life to look like. So in high school, I made a resolution that I was going to research every single therapy, every single public speaking opportunity, every single speech therapy, every counseling option that I had available to me to overcome my stuttering. And I will tell you, after hundreds of hours of therapy, speech therapy, counseling, and yes, public speaking courses, I now can hold opportunities to speak in front of thousands of people with a sense of confidence and with a sense of competence. And that's something that when I was 8, 12, 15, even 22, I never thought would be possible. So it really is within everyone's grasp to ensure that you are clear about what you want your legacy to be, and overcome any of the obstacles, the roadblocks, the challenges that you may be facing if you hold fast to taking steps to being able to be that person that you envision for yourself.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you for your honest sharing and that, vulnerability to put that out. And that must have just been so challenging. And isn't it amazing? Sometimes the challenges can be the exact, the exact one thing that you don't want. If you want to be able to speak and to use your voice, and to have that as the debilitating factor, it's like, come on, give me a break here.
Right. It's not as though I had a hand that didn't work or a foot that didn't work. I didn't have a voice that worked. And in fact, it was so bad, Annie, that I couldn't even hold eye contact with people. I was so, they called it clinical shyness. I was so clinically shy that my stuttering was psychological. It wasn't neurological. I was absolutely shut down with anxiety and fear simply having a conversation with someone. So that took a lot of time to kind of overcome. But now I can say that being in relationship with other people, and now absolutely having a global community of extraordinary women around me every single day, is one of the biggest joys of my life. So I am so thankful that I was able to sort of overcome that debilitating, really significant disability.
I am absolutely thrilled beyond belief for you personally, but I'm also sort of selfishly thrilled for all the tens of thousands of women and men that you've worked with who actually get the benefit of Linda, right? And that's what it's about. And I think it's so wonderful to be having these conversations, because so many people just see the highlights reel of someone's life and go, wow, they look amazing. They're, you know, they don't have any problems. And you kind of go, well, yeah, beneath the surface, we know, I certainly know as coaching women around the world, like, wow, just beneath the surface are all these things that they're treading water with, frustrated with, angry at, you know, I can imagine that negotiation. You'd almost be at that psychological level of trading. I'd rather a bad a hand than a stutter. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yes,
come on, God, you're through all those bargaining phases, negotiating phases, and that's because we just want to change our circumstance. But the reality is, and I think you've explained that so well, you actually have to push through. You know, you actually do need to push through. And sometimes, you know, I had to navigate 3 degrees around 5 kids and do all this crazy stuff because it actually is what required to get to where I wanted to go. It doesn't happen overnight. Your success didn't happen overnight. You're saying you've gone to I love it. I love your academic nature to apply that. It's like, I'm going to learn what every single top person, how would they treat this? What approach would they have? You've then gone and put in the hard work yourself. And how hard is that? Because it makes you vulnerable to actually show up and then speak when you know that's your biggest challenge, but to then push through. And that's what I love about having these conversations, to actually realize.
And I will tell you, I fainted at least half of my public speaking courses. I stood up in front of the podium facing the other students, and before I could utter a word, I literally passed out from fear. So to go from that to a place where I can stand on a stage in front of 5,000, 10,000 people.
No one would believe it, Linda.
Yeah.
No one would believe it. You know, Linda's at that stage. I saw recently a footage of you like beamed in on a hologram on this, you know, Linda doing a TEDx talk. You just go, she would never, ever have a problem in this area. And you go, yep, because that's what I love. Every problem, whatever it is, like seriously, you can overcome. You can just go, you know what? I'm not going to be limited because of this situation. I'm going to work a way around it. I'm going to push through. Sometimes you just need to create a different door, a different approach. And you have clearly shown that. So in your world now, how do you as Linda Fisk measure your success? We all measure it in different ways. What does it mean to you?
So for me right now, I think it's about exactly what we talked about. It's about remaining true to the purpose, the mission and vision of LeadHERship Global that is very much shared by Women's Biz Global. And this is creating a vibrant, thriving community for incredibly impactful, extraordinary women all around the globe so that they have the opportunity to unleash their full potential. They have an opportunity to collaborate with other extremely resourceful, innovative, and inspirational women, all of these women, a safe place where they can support one another. They can deeply invest in the success of one another, and they can get access to the resources, the tools, the funding, the learning, the connections, the networks that they need to really advance their success. So really how I measure my success is how well we are able to advance the success of women all over the world. If we're able to give women the opportunity to meet other inspirational leaders, to create lifelong friendships, to be surrounded by people that are deeply invested in their success, to be inspired, to be motivated by other women who cheer them on, who support them, to help them get to greater and greater levels of success and impact, then I would say I'm doing my job. I'm fulfilling the purpose of LeadHERship Global and also my own vision of what success looks like. It's to create and support personal as well as professional breakthroughs to help guide women to achieving greater and greater levels of success in whatever way they define that. And that is my criteria of success. It's not about my bank account. It's not about the car I drive. It's not about the size of house that I live in. And I will say I've been abundantly blessed in all those areas and, you know, a million others. I have an incredibly abundant life. But I really believe that having an abundant life, the key to that is serving others. So being able to serve this global community of world-class women, thought leaders, and experts is my definition of success. And it's in serving them that I find incredible abundance in my own life.
Oh, you are a servant heart and you're an incredible leader. Listen to those leadership qualities in the way Linda explained her, the way she measures success. It's exactly that. It's like, well, if I can actually deliver on what I'm actually saying I want, my mission and my purpose, then hello, I'm successful. I'm a successful woman. And there's definitely no ego in there. It's all about helping other people on their journey. And I'm so thankful and so blessed to know you, Linda Fisk. I'm so thrilled that we found each other and we can just partner together to do all of these amazing things globally. We're so honored, actually, I can speak on your behalf, to all of those women that we actually get to collectively partner with as well. You know, we are growing a global tribe, a global community of women who all actually sit there together. You know, we want all of you in the positions that you really hope and dream to be at, to have your own successes, to be rewarded for that, to actually leave your own legacies, have your own impact. The most important thing for me, that at the end of the day, we measure our own success, and we want to be confident that actually ticks all the boxes for us. So thank you for being on my show today, Linda. How are they going to contact you? They're going to find you through LeadHERshipGlobal.com. It is not hard to find Linda Fisk. Of course, she'll be on LinkedIn and she'll be on Insta and she'll be on Facebook and all these things. But the best way is just to actually go to LeadHERshipGlobal.com. It's a fantastic website. You'll find it very easy to actually just connect with Linda, have a little call. She'll be able to find out where you're at. You know, no hard sell. Where are you at and where do you want to be and how can she help you? And then, you know, your life will seriously change by that one. Do it today. Jump on that website, connect with Linda, and she would just be delighted to speak with you very, very soon.